Well, Steve, it's great to be sitting here talking to you in, the seats in the Stadium Bowl. We'll obviously touch on the wider implications of why we're sat here shortly. But firstly, can you just explain the logistical process behind the allocation and distribution of tickets now that fans are coming back?
Yeah, complex. There's 3,000 people have bought season tickets, so the plan is to allow those people to attend the games whilst we're under 3,000. So we've split that into two groups, so 1,500, and then what we'll do is ballot for a further smaller group to attend more games on top of their games. So the two groups will attend probably every two games, just because you've got Saturday, Tuesdays, to allow us the logistics of getting the people and the tickets and the allocations, also to allow the people attending to understand where their seats are, get used to what's going on, and create as much atmosphere as possible, because it will take a bit of learning for us all to do. So we're going to do it that way, which we hope gives people the best opportunity to attend as many games as possible, and to reward those that have bought season tickets and rewarded the club.
There's obviously many different ways we could have done it. Several different clubs will have alternative methods of doing exactly as you've explained. Why have we chose to do the way that we're doing it?
We've gone through from the summer. We've had so many false dawns thinking we're getting fans back. We've looked at so many different ways. We've decided this is the fairest, the most equitable way to get 2,000 into 3,000. It's complicated, and there are different ways of doing it. Doing it this way, it means fans in reality are coming to every other game, although it'll be every two games, plus a bit more, and that allows us to get as many in as possible.
It's 4 games in December, so depending on obviously the government's tier restrictions, that does mean that the fans, season ticket holders, will be allowed to come to 2 of those 4 games at least, won't it?
Yeah, and some people will be coming to more than that, so to 3 games out of the 4, and those smaller groups will be balloted on a match-by-match basis. So a number of people will be at the first game, a number at the second game, and so on through. It sounds really complicated. We've got it worked out. It will work, and we'll get as many fans in as possible.
Just how important is it that fans make sure their contact details are up to date, because there's going to be a lot of information going out?
Yeah, I mean we've seen already as we've gone through the summer, people's details aren't up to date. That's causing us added problems on top of all the issues we're trying to work out as we're going through already. The ticket office staff, I keep expecting to walk in and find out they've all walked out, because it's so difficult, so complicated, and having people's contact details, because we will be contacting people at short notice, and if we can't do that, you'll miss out. So it's essential for you as a fan to get your details right, because then we can contact you quickly, be that email, be it mobile, be it phone number, and then that way we can ensure that if it's your turn to get here and we can get you in, we'll get you in.
Just how big a logistical challenge has the past few months been, especially as we sit here, compared to maybe other comparable things in your career in football today?
Yeah, I mean everyone's learnt new words from the time of this beginning, with tiers and bubbles, and logistically this has been so complicated, because from right the way back from March, April, when we've had to build up to return to training, return to behind closed doors games, everything keeps moving, and then we think we're there and it moves again, and I don't want to get political, but the tier system now, we're in a scenario where we can have fans in because we're tier 2, but a number of our fan base are based in tier 3 areas under the government guidance. Even if they get sent a ticket, they can't come. So it's really complicated, and we're chartering our way through this as best we can, so bear with us. We'll have to adapt and move as things go along, and we know the fans will have to learn things, so if we all work together, we'll get this right.
I think it's fair to say we probably could have made things a little bit easier for ourselves if we'd done kind of every other row and then every third or fourth seat filled. A lot of clubs are going down that route, so every fan will be spaced apart from the person next to them. Why have we decided to do bubbles?
Because we want to get us fans in their groups, in their bubbles, and to create as best atmosphere as possible. There are other ways we could have done this, as you say, which are easier. We've got a little bit of time. We've been thinking and planning this for months, and been working on different ways of doing this. And whilst it's a lot of hard work, we're prepared to do that because we think the fans deserve it. We think to get the team deserves it. The team are desperate to have fans back in here, creating as much atmosphere as possible. We could have squeezed everyone, or tried to squeeze everyone into one stand. We haven't done that, and yeah, that spreads people out. But it also means that the fans are spread out to create atmosphere around the whole bowl. So there's right ways and there's wrong ways, and I think we'll all learn different things as we move along. But we're trying to find the best route in a very, very difficult, challenging situation.
What will be the situation around sort of buying food and drink around the ground, and indeed about the possibility of parking as well?
Yeah, so the original plan was that the outside areas in the car parks, we would have hospitality and bars outside. Whilst we're in Tier 2, we can't do that now because, again, changed, so we're not allowed to sell alcohol unless it's in a substantial meal in accordance with government guidelines. So the concourses can't sell alcohol, but obviously they can sell food and hot drinks. And with the rows empty between seats, we're trying to find a way where we can actually bring the food out to people because there's space. So to alleviate queues and alleviate people being inside. What it does mean is there won't be beer or any other alcoholic drink in the concourses. So rather than opening the hospitality areas to hospitality fans, what we're going to do is sell those areas on a match-by-match basis to the 2,000 fans that can come, which allows them to experience that each game, come in, buy a substantial meal, and then you can have a drink with that. That then allows us, while we're in Tier 2, to have some additional car parking spaces. So what we'll do is we'll sell those. There'll be a limited number of them because TV trucks, players, staff, etc. take up a big area. And then we'll sell those match to match, so that if you want to park and can drive here without coming on public transport, then please get on the sites early, buy those up early, because they will go very quickly, I'm sure, but it'll be match to match.
The reality, of course, is that hosting matches in this way is going to lose the club even more money in the short term, isn't it? But I suppose from your point of view and from the staff point of view generally, is that the picture is much bigger than that.
Yeah, having 3,000 people have paid us, given us their money, and we've used that money. So opening up these games to those people technically is going to cost us money because we've got stewarding and all the facilities and the logistics of doing what we've got to do in the Stadium Bowl to allow people to be in here in a safe, COVID secure way. So yes, it will cost us money, but this isn't about money now. This is about getting the fans back in, because football needs fans, and we're desperate, and the team are desperate to get them here. We think it's affecting results here. Why? You need a psychologist to work that out, but it definitely is, and having the fans back, albeit only 2,000 of them, will feel like it's a full stadium again, and we can't wait.
Yeah, it could well be quite an emotional moment, couldn't it? This has been such a long and hard road. Just how much will it mean to you and the rest of the staff here to see some fans back inside the Den?
Can't wait. We've got all the staff coming, every single member of staff coming in today to help us get seats cable tied and get the stadium ready. The staff can't wait, the players can't wait. It'll be fantastic to have people back. We all know how difficult it's been in lockdown, being at home, being cosseted away from your friends and just human interaction. Having fans in here, I really can't wait. I can't wait to have them back.